welcome to A Better Place. As you know, this is our series on relationships, but today we have a very special program in store for you as we talk about self-love and having a relationship with yourself. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Hi, and welcome back to A Better Place. As I mentioned in the intro, this is our series on relationships. But today we're going to be talking about how to love yourself, because you can also have a relationship with yourself. So we talk about nutrition, eating habits, and healthy lifestyles. And today we have a special guest. Kathy, welcome to A Better Place.
Thank you for having me, and I'm very happy to be here with you, and I hope I can open my soul and my secrets and whatever I have in storage.
Okay, good. So before we start talking about, self-love and, how you go about achieving that, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, there is not much to say. That I learned to love myself very late in my couple of years ago, I would say. Yes, I always used to feel as an ugly duckling, and I was always skinny fat. I would never achieve the body I want, and I just loved others, but without paying attention to myself. So later, I learned that the best thing is to love yourself. And then you can share that love with everybody else and teach them how to do so.
Okay, so how did you learn to do that? What inspired you, or what made you realize that in order for you to be able to be good for others, you have to be good for yourself and good to yourself?
Well, not to go around just strict to the subject. I used to exercise a lot all my life, but I would never achieve the results I wanted. As I say, I was always skinny fat. Skinny fat is when you look great in clothes and you really look bad naked. And, it's okay, like when you're in clothes, you can hide certain parts of your body, but when you are not, then it's hard. And I try and I try and I try. It was hours of working outs and diets, and at some point of my life, I was anorexic and almost died. It was a nice turn back, and I started working out and on a different level and loving food. For me, food and me, we have a very special relationship. It's like I first love food, then myself, then everybody else. Yeah, so I learned how to eat better and how to exercise in a certain way that it actually benefit my body and the way I want it to be for sculpting, and not just losing weight, like certain people do it with just cutting off food or cutting calories or detoxing, just losing weight. I decided that I need to lose fat and build muscle. And I start progressing and finding new ways, and then I say, you know what, it works for me. Let me see if it works for everybody else. I'm like, do you want to try that? To my friends, of course. And that's how we end up having a group of friends who I just help around and pass what I know.
Right.
Yeah.
And now, so you said it took a while for you to learn to love yourself, but also you have 4 kids, you have 4 children.
Yes.
And, women, when they have children, they tend to let themselves go. And I would say an excuse that you hear a lot is there's no time. There's no time to eat healthy. There's no time to exercise. And that's why I look the way I look. But you have 4 children.
I always get this, oh, she can, because she has tons of time. She has so much help. So yeah, of course she has time. She goes to spa, she goes to gym, you know, she doesn't. No, my day is actually so busy. I sleep 3, maximum 4 hours a night. I am up every single day, 5 a.m. There was no day in my life that I woke up later than that. And I don't remember, maybe when I was a kid. There are always time. You should always make time. You don't need too much time for a short workout. You don't need too much time to prep on Sunday for the whole week for proper eating. And age, what's that? I mean, I don't believe in age, and I believe that some women say, oh, I'm 30 or I'm 35, I had my children, I have my husband, and my children are grown up, so I can relax. No, that's time for you actually to start to take care of yourself. And I believe you can achieve best body and best shape of your life right after that. Can you imagine you have another 70 years to live? Why would you choose to leave yourself and leave just, I don't know. I don't believe in that, and I actually turn so many non-believers into believers, because I have girls who, like, they're 50, for instance, they lost like 50, 70 pounds, and not only weight goes off, because first your goal is to lose weight, but then you have to understand you have to change your goals, and your weight should not be your goal, because exercising and moving and doing things for yourself makes you strong mentally, and the rest will follow. Because women see each other like, oh, she looks beautiful, she looks fit, or she looks fat, whatever, you know, we all do that. But men, they don't even see that. The way your confidence goes, the way you walk on that street, it doesn't matter how you look. But you only can walk with that confidence if you're strong within. And only you can have that strength if you love yourself. And only you can learn to love yourself if you really take care of yourself. Even on an airplane, they say put mask for yourself first and for your children after. So you have to love and take care of yourself first. You have to. And they can call you selfish, and they can call you whatever they want to call you. You first do it for yourself, and then you see if you have time for others. And you always will, but sometimes just by doing things that you do for yourself, you encourage others to do so. That's how I end up with lots of friends, first of all, and then other followers who really ask me, how do you do it? I mean, for me, them asking me, it's already halfway. If they want it, if they set their mind, they can do it. Anybody can do it. And I believe that women, there's no such thing as age for women. They always should keep it up.
Well, thank you so much. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit with the audience. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
BE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering.
Hi, and welcome back to A Better Place. We will now be taking some questions from the audience.
I would like to know, the minute you make up your mind to make the lifestyle change, what is the first thing you need to do?
First thing, you should put on your sneakers and go for a walk right away. Never wait for Mondays, beginning of the month, beginning of the week, beginning of the year, past my birthday, past carnival. Do not wait for those. You may have some ups and downs. If you start today, but tomorrow your friend's birthday, that's going to be a down. But the next day you go back. It's like driving a car. You drive car, you pass your turn, what you do? You don't keep driving, right? You make fast your turn and you go where you are. So start right away. Don't let those enemy thoughts come to your head and say, okay, sleep later, it's okay, it's not that important, my husband loves me anyhow. No, it's not about anyone loving you, it's about you loving yourself.
Is there ever a moment where you feel like as if you don't have the motivation to go to the gym? And if so, what gives you the drive to go?
I have those moments all the time, and I am, believe it or not, very lazy person on some days, but what I do, the first thing in the morning, I always put gym clothes. And even if I don't go, I always have it on, so I don't have chance to change or whatever. And I always, even going in my gym and breathing the air, I feel like I did something good. So motivation should be within, and if there are going to be days when your body just don't want to do it, listen to your body. It's fine not to do it, but the next day make sure you do double. It's okay to skip sometimes. I do sometimes, I do not, yeah, well, sometimes. But I do have days when I'm not motivated, and I take a shot of aminos and I'm like, you know what, you're gonna go and do it and you're gonna be proud, because we all have two people fighting in our heads, all of us, nobody is special. Just do it.
When you start loving yourself, did you feel a type of way if you notice that you forget about the world and you're only thinking about yourself? How did your partner feel or something?
No, it was actually opposite. When I learned how to love myself, I became actually a happier person. Even example, my children, they know when I exercise and I go to gym and I do something for myself, they're like, Mom, you're so much happier. Because you are happy, you glowing, you passing that energy to others. It's not it's something you can hoard or keep for yourself only. Once you love yourself, not selfishly love yourself, like, you know, on different ways. When you really love yourself for what you do for yourself, you cannot keep it. You spread it for others. You will. There is no way you can keep it, because more love coming, you cannot hoarder it. You will start giving it away.
Yeah, how do you instill that type of energy in your children?
My children, that's easy. I do talk to my children a lot. Sometimes you feel like they don't hear you, or sometimes you feel that they don't listen, but eventually at least 10% of what you say every single day actually settles in. And I do talk to my children a lot, and I teach them how to give, how to be, how to love themselves, and how to take care of themselves, and how not to, especially with bullying these days, you know, and one of my kids was bullied badly, and I teach my daughter how to be strong and for her self-esteem, and grow up into strong woman, because I wasn't one. I was a very, very shy little girl. I felt ugly duckling all my life. So for me, it is very important to not to let that happen to my children, to my daughter, especially a girl.
How do you motivate persons who may not feel within themselves that they need to work out? So they may be stuck in a rut, and you know that for a change in their life they need to work out. How do you motivate them to actually be active?
Well, when they're with me, they actually have no chance. When I'm around people, I try to explain how it is important, and of course, it all starts from eating. Okay, eating is the most important part of being fit, and exercise comes after. I have lots of people who come and they say, "Oh, I can't do this." I'm like, "Great, let's just sit and talk in the gym," or "Why don't you just walk around?" Or I have lots of women who drop out, gain weight, but they come back, because I always keep my doors open, because I feel everybody deserves chance, and I always give chances. Motivation, it has to come within, for sure. And they have to find a happy group of people as well to work out and to exercise, because you don't want to be in a group of people who don't have same goals as you do. But same time, you have to be very careful when you hook with someone to work out. You depending on that person. Champions work out alone, so you have to be able to do it by yourself, but within a group for motivation, and it will come. It will come. Once they start seeing results, it will come.
Well, Kathy, when we come back from the break, we're going to talk about that, eating healthy and how you manage to do it, and then about your new business that you just started.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Hi, and welcome back to A Better Place. So Kathy, you've shared with us, how you started loving yourself, the different steps you took to get there. And now I know that you also started a new venture that has to do with food. You said that's like your first love, but that is also helping people to start loving themselves. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Well, it started as an accident. I don't know if you know or not, I have been doing cooking classes, and I think for 7 seasons, it was almost a year and a half or 2, I had lots of students, and I was teaching them how to prep and how to make very fast meals, how to prep and cook for their family in 5-10 minutes, a whole dinner. But eventually in the end, they would be like, "Can we just buy it off you?" I'm like, "No, you have to do it yourself, because if you don't do it and you consistently depend on me, then it's not a success, because one day I'm not going to be there." Well, anyway, they pushed it on me and I started slowly making different things like desserts, and then it was a paleo, which I'm over it for now, which is grain-free. And then slowly I was trying to find something that will work better with my gym routine, because I work out 4 to 6 hours a day. So for me, it was very important to get a lot of protein, which and drop sugar, so I can get leaner figure, and in my workout routine it actually helps. So I started to try different recipes and inventing different stuff. So in a couple months in, I see how it worked for me. And again, I'm like, girls, let's do this. So I tried on my friends, and everybody loved it. And slowly I started selling it all out. And one day, how the plans came up with the meal plans, I was like, you know what? Let me do something nice for these people. And before Christmas, I decided to do this promotion, which I never do. I don't really do promotions. Sometimes people even angry at me, why don't you promote? Because I don't really don't need to promote. I think it goes around already, and I have only as much as I can handle for now, because we are making a new location. But with the meal plan, we had amazing results with lots of people. And like in the beginning, I would ask how it goes and whatever, who lost 10, 20, up to 60 pounds. I had kids on the plan, because it's nothing special. It's not a diet. It doesn't feel like a diet. It's just good food, and desserts and cakes and everything, So it works because it's doable, because it's a lot of food, and the results are great. If you stick to it, the results are great.
And what do you think promotes the results? Because you said when you started to do it, you cut out sugars, and you did a lot of protein. So what causes the results to be so fabulous for people?
Sugar, cutting down on sugar is a most important thing. And then some people say, oh, going gluten-free, and that fashion was 7 years ago. It's not there anymore. It's cool if you're gluten intolerant, you have to do it, but otherwise it's not really necessary, and very pricey. And also when you go gluten-free, then you go high fats. When you go high fats, then when you work out and before working out, you're taking high fats, it's not good, and after workout high fats is not good. So you really have to learn how to balance your macros, and what do you need the most, and what is your goal. My plan, meal plans that we provide, actually they work for everybody. Some people ask, can you do a special plan for me? I'm like, why? It works for everybody. It's going to work for you until a certain moment, and then you're on your own. It's not only, we are not only feeding you, we are also teaching you how you can do it on your own. Because the point is, I want them all out. I want them on their own. Yes, it's nice that they are there, we are, selling food, but the point is, I don't want people to be dependent on me. I want them to be on their own, because I never did anything for money, obvious. So for me, it's more of a passion to pass what I know. And once I pass my knowledge forward, then I feel happy that they can be on their own. And I have lots of people who are on their own. They know how to cook now, how to prepare their food, what they're allowed, what they're not allowed, and they're very happy. Because losing weight is at one point, losing fat is second, and third is most important, to keep it off. Because anyone can lose, but to keep it off, it's a next level challenge. I don't know anyone, including myself, who can do it 100%. It is the hardest task of all. So keep that goal moving, never stop, because once you stop, and you need to keep that, that's when it's hard. That's why I always, once I get to my goal, I set a new goal, so you don't stop. Keeping it on the same level, it's absolutely impossible.
But just one quick question, because unfortunately we're gonna have to wrap up, but you're gonna be back soon. How do you then balance the exercise with the eating? Because you see some people that they're always exercising, but you never see them losing any weight. So what are they doing wrong?
Well, it depends on the exercise. I have lots of people who run and she's like, oh, I'm running hour a day, but I'm not losing weight. Of course not, because your body knows that you're going to be running tomorrow too, and your body, okay, let me store some fat, because your body doesn't know you want to look prettier. Your body thinks that you're using your legs for hunting or something, so it stores fat on your legs, for instance. So the more you run, the more your body will send fat to your legs. It all comes with trainings. It is very important to have right trainings. Sometimes you can train hours and hours a day, but your body is not going to change because your program is wrong. And with food, you definitely will, if you eat properly with your macros and calculate everything, you should lose weight. Only cutting sugars out will already help you tremendously. But exercise, it's a different level. You really have to follow right program, because there are lots of people out there who, on island, it's millions of them who call themselves a personal coach or whatever, but everybody learns online. Come on, everybody knows that. I don't call myself coach. I just help my friends what I know, and I pass what I know. I don't know if it's right. It worked for me, but I'm not going to teach you. I'm not a coach, and I don't want to be one, because it's a responsibility. But I love when they have results, and I have no one I know around me who did not have results yet. So,
Well, Kathy, I want to thank you so much for having been a part of A Better Place. We're going to come back. We plan to have you back at least once or twice for each series to talk about, eating healthy and doing the proper exercises, etc. So thank you so much again.
thank you for having me.
And to you, the viewing audience, I would like to thank you for having been a part of A Better Place, and also to my sitting audience, thank you so much. Stay tuned for our future programs. I am your host, Angelique Rumu.